Okay, students, in previous lecture, we discussed about the pituitary gland, structure, anatomical structure of the pituitary gland, and then various kind of hormone which are secreted by the pituitary gland. So today's topic is about the endocrine hypothalamus. So first of all, we shall discuss about the location and structure of hypothalamus. As hypothalamus is the basal part of the diencephalon or the forebrain. So the hypothalamus is located just below the thalamus, as it implies its name. It's known as hypothalamus. So it's located just below the thalamus, and also lie just above the pituitary gland. Hypothalamus forms the walls and the lower part of the third ventricle. So the hypothalamus is the basal part or the basal region of the forebrain of the diencephalon, and it lies just below the thalamus and just above the pituitary gland. Hypothalamus forms the walls and the lower part of the third ventricle. As you can see here in the figure, the above lying region is known as thalamus, and just below the thalamus a region is present which is known as hypothalamus, and below the hypothalamus pituitary gland is located. So as the pituitary gland has two lobes, one is known as the anterior lobe and the other is known as the posterior pituitary lobe. Structure of the hypothalamus consists of further components are the regions. One is known as the optic chiasm. Optic chiasm is the region where the optic centers are located, and then another region which is known as the tuber cinerum. The tuber cinerum is actually the tuber cinerum is actually the region that is extended downwards towards the pituitary gland. So, and the next is a region which is known as infundibulum. Infundibulum is a stalk-like region that is present between the pituitary gland and hypothalamus. The next is the mammillary bodies. Mammillary bodies is actually the part of the limbic system, and the mammillary bodies are the posterior region of the hypothalamus. So hypothalamus consists of the optic chiasm and the tuber cinerum, which is actually the projection of the hypothalamic fluid towards the pituitary gland, and then it's the infundibulum, which is a stalk-like structure, and then is the mammillary bodies. Mammillary bodies is the posterior part of the hypothalamus. So in this figure, you can see the different regions or the different structure of the hypothalamus. So as we have discussed about the mammillary bodies, so mammillary bodies are located at the posterior part of the hypothalamus, and the mammillary bodies consist of the posterior hypothalamic nuclei, and also consist of this region also consists of the mammillary bodies and the posterior hypothalamo. What are the nuclei? As in case of hypothalamus, the major component or the major region of hypothalamus is occupied by cluster of neurons, the cluster of the nuclei. So nuclei are actually the aggregations of the cell bodies. So hypothalamus में क्या होता है कि cell bodies की aggregations या neuronal clusters जो है वो present होते हैं. Such neuronal clusters are the aggregation of the cell bodies in hypothalamus are known as nuclei. So the different types of the nuclei are named according to their location in the hypothalamus. As the nuclei which are located near the mammillary bodies are known as posterior hypothalamus nucleus. So posterior hypothalamus nucleus, as the mammillary bodies are located in the posterior region of the hypothalamus, and the other are known as the ventromedial nuclei, so which are present in the ventral and the medial region of the ventricle or the hypothalamus are known as ventromedial nuclei. Some other kind of the nuclei which are related to the tuberal region or the tuberal cinerum region are known as the tubular nuclei. So as you can see here, the ventromedial nuclei are located in the tuberal region. and then the arcuate nucleus is also located into the tubular region. So the tubular region bearing the ventral medial nucleus and the arcuate nucleus. Then a region which is present in the hypothalamus is known as supraoptic region, and another region which is known as the preoptic region. Both supraoptic and the preoptic regions lie just above or closer to the optic chiasm, as the region which is known as the optic chiasm, where the optic centers or the optic neurons, those are actually responsible or for coordination of the vision, are located here. Such the region which are located to the nuclei which are lying above or near the optic chiasm are known as the regions are known as the supraoptic region and the preoptic region. So this green color actually marks the supraoptic region. So this supraoptic region containing the supraoptic nuclei or the supraoptic nucleus, and also carrying the anterior hypothalamic nucleus and also the paraventricular nucleus. So the major part of the supraoptic region are known as the paraventricular nuclei and the supraoptic nuclei. And then a region which is lie just and the region which is lie anterior to the supraoptic nuclei is known as the preoptic region. And in case of the preoptic region, there are the lateral preoptic nuclei, and then here are some so in this region the lateral preoptic nuclei are located in the preoptic region. So hypothalamus contains different regions, and such regions consist of clusters of nuclei, aggregations of the cell bodies, and these nuclei or the aggregations of cell bodies are named according to the position of according to their position in the hypothalamus. As some are located at the posterior side, some are located at the dorsomedial side, some are located at the lateral side, some are located just above the optic chiasm, so they are known as supraoptic nuclei. Some are located to the lateral side, so they are known as lateral preoptic nuclei. Such aggregations are the such kind of the aggregations are the cell aggregations of the cell bodies secrete certain kind of secretions, and such secretions are named as neurohormones. Hypophyseal portal system. The lower part of the tuberous cinerum, which richly supplied with the blood vessels or the blood capillaries, is also known as a median eminence. As you can see here, in this figure, the median eminence is a region which is lie in between of the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland, and the median eminence is actually formed by the downward extension of the tuberous cinerum. Tuberous cinerum is actually the part of the hypothalamus, and its downward projection or protrusion forms a region which is richly supplied with blood vessels and is named as median eminence. So as you can hear, this region of the hypothalamus is known as tuberous cinerum. Tuberous cinerum, when downwards its downwards protrusion or its downward invagination towards the pituitary gland is known as a median eminence, and median eminence is richly supplied with blood vessels. So this region, which is known as median eminence provides a link between the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. So the median eminence is the region that provides a connection between the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. So such link or connection which consists of blood vessels is known as hypophyseal portal system. So the hypophyseal portal system is actually क्या है कि ये ब्लड वेसल्स के ऊपर कंसिस्ट करता है, और ये ब्लड वेसल्स का नेटवर्क है जो कि हाइपोथैलेमस को लिंक करता है या कनेक्ट करता है टू द पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड। और जो पॉइंट है जो कि हाइपोथैलेमस को पिट्यूटरी के साथ लिंक कर रहा है, द मीडियल पॉइंट इज नोन एज द मीडियल एमिनेंस। सो मीडियल एमिनेंस इज एक्चुअली also known as a neuroendocrinal center, we can say that hypothalamus is also known as a neuroendocrine center. So the lost region of the brain is known as a median eminence. So the median eminence is actually a lost neuroendocrine center of the hypothalamus or brain. So this center connects to the underlying endocrine gland, which is known as pituitary gland, through blood vessels. And such kind of blood vascular system that links both the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland is named as hypophyseal portal system. So next are the major, as we have already discussed about the nuclei. So hypothalamus consists of the clusters or the aggregation of the cell bodies, and such clusters and the aggregation of the cell bodies are known as hypothalamic nuclei. Such hypothalamic nuclei secretes various kind of the chemical messengers, and such chemical messengers are known as neurohormones. So the various kind of the nuclei, such as the S1 or the supraoptic nuclei, the paraventricular nuclei, and then here is a list of some important nuclei, hypothalamic nuclei, including the supraoptic nuclei, paraventricular nuclei, and the ventromedial, lateral nuclei, arcuate nuclei, and the dorsomedial nuclei. So the next is about the neurosecretory system of hypothalamus. So the hypothalamus consists of neurosecretory cells, or neurons. Those are responsible for the secretion of the neurohormones. So such kind of the neurosecretory cells forms a system which is known as a neurosecretory system of the hypothalamus. So there are two kinds of the neurosecretory system of the hypothalamus. One is known as the parvocellular neurosecretory system, and the second is known as the magnocellular neurosecretory system. So the first of all, about the parvocellular neurosecretory system. The parvocellular neurosecretory system consists of such kind of the neurosecretory cells that are responsible for the regulation of the anterior pituitary, or those are responsible to regulate the secretions of the adenohypophyseal hormones. So जो एक secretory system है hypothalamus का, which is known as the parvocellular neurosecretory system. ये जो neurosecretory cells के ऊपर consist करता है, वो उनका मेजर फंक्शन क्या है कि वो एंटीरियर पिट्यूटरी को रेगुलेट करते हैं. इट मीन्स कि जो उनकी सिक्रीशंस हैं वो जाके ब्लड वेसल्स के थ्रू जो है वो पास होती हैं टू द एंटीरियर हाफ ऑफ द पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड. सो परवोसेलुलर न्यूक्लियोसेक्रेटरी सेल्स जो न्यूरो हार्मोन सेक्रीट करते हैं वो जाके इनकॉर्पोरेट करते हैं इनटू द एंटीरियर हाफ ऑफ द पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड. सो वो रेगुलेट करते हैं एडिनोहाइपोफिजियल फंक्शन को, या फिर एंटीरियर जो पिट्यूटरी का पार्ट है उसके फंक्शन को रेगुलेट करते हैं. Such as the lateral nuclei, such as the dorsomedial nuclei, or the arcuate nuclei, or the ventromedial nuclei. Such kind of the nuclei are actually a part of the parvocellular neurosecretory system. And the second type of the neurosecretory system is known as the magnocellular neurosecretory system. So the magnocellular neurosecretory system consists of, or the composed of, both the supraoptic nuclei and the paraventricular nuclei. So both supraoptic nuclei and the paraventricular nuclei consist of the neurosecretory cells that regulate the posterior half of the pituitary gland. So the posterior half of the pituitary gland, which is also known as the neurohypophysis. So supraoptic nuclei and the paraventricular nuclei consist of the neurosecretory cells, and such cells secretes the two major kind of chemical messengers or the neurohormones, and they are known as oxytocin and the vasopressin. So both oxytocin and the vasopressin are secreted by supraoptic nuclei and the paraventricular nuclei, and both oxytocin and the vasopressin and then secreted by the magnocellular neurosecretory cells of the hypothalamus, and then they are stored into the posterior part of the pituitary, or then they are stored into the neurohypophysis. So neurohypophysis doesn't secrete the oxytocin and the vasopressin. They just store the oxytocin and the vasopressin, which are already secreted by the supraoptic and the paraventricular nuclei of hypothalamus. So सुप्राऑप्टिक न्यूक्लाई और पैरावेंट्रिकुलर न्यूक्लाई जो हैं ये सेक्रीट करते हैं दो डिफरेंट टाइप के केमिकल मैसेंजर, जिसमें से एक जो है वो ऑक्सीटोसिन है एंड द सेकंड वन इज नोन एज वैसोप्रेसिन. बोथ जो ऑक्सीटोसिन एंड वैसोप्रेसिन हैं ये न्यूक्लाई जो हैं ये इनको सेक्रीट करते हैं एंड देन ये जो न्यूक्लाई हैं इनके जो एक्सन्स हैं ये एक्सटेंड करते हैं डाउनवर्ड इनटू द पोस्टीरियर पिट्यूटरी और द न्यूरोहाइपोफिसिस. वहाँ पे फिर ये जो है पोस्टीरियर पिट्यूटरी जो है ये इनको स्टोर करती है ऑक्सीटोसिन को एंड वैसोप्रेसिन को. सो पोस्टीरियर पिट्यूटरी जो है दैट इज नॉट रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द सिक्रीशन फॉर द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ ऑक्सीटोसिन एंड द वैसोप्रेसिन. Posterior pituitary is just store and then release to the secretion, such secretions into the bloodstream. An English endocrinologist named as Geoffrey Harris proposed a hypothesis which is known as neurovascular hypothesis. So according to this hypothesis, certain kind of the humoral or the blood-borne factors are released by a hypothalamus, and such factors are then carried to the portal blood vessels to the pituitary gland to regulate its hormone secretions. So according So we were discussing about the neurovascular hypothesis. So according to this hypothesis, certain kind of the blood-borne factors are released by the hypothalamus, and such kind of factors are then carried to the pituitary gland through the hypophyseal portal system or through the blood vessels. And functions of the such kind of the blood-borne factors or the humoral factors actually to regulate the secretion of the pituitary gland. So such kind of hypothesis is known as the neurovascular hypothesis. And then is about the hypophysiotropic hormones. So hypothalamus secretes a certain kind of the neurohormones, and such kind of hormones are known as hypophysiotropic hormone. So the hormones are the chemical messengers which are secreted by the hypothalamus are known as hypophysiotropic hormones. So hypophysiotropic hormones are of two different types. One are known as the releasing hormones and other are known as inhibiting hormones. So the hypothalamus secretes both kind of hormones, including releasing as well as inhibiting hormones. So the three different kind of the releasing hormones are secreted by the hypothalamus. First one is known as thyrotropin releasing hormone, and then second is the corticotropin releasing hormones, and the third one type of the releasing hormone which are secreted by are released by the hypothalamus are known as gonadotropin releasing hormones. And the two types of the inhibiting factors are the inhibiting hormones are secreted by hypothalamus, are released by hypothalamus. So one is known as the somatostatin. Somatostatin is actually a growth hormone, inhibiting hormone, and the second is known as the PIF, or a prolactin inhibiting factor, or a prolactin inhibiting chemical messenger. So two different type of the inhibiting factors or the inhibiting hormones are secreted by hypothalamus. One is known as a somatostatin. तो somatostatin जो है वो ग्रोथ हार्मोन्स को इनहिबिट करने के लिए जो है वो हाइपोथैलेमस से रिलीज करता है. सो जो सोमैटोस्टैटिन का फंक्शन है वो क्या है? टू इनहिबिट द secretion of somatotroph or the growth hormones, to inhibit the secretion of growth hormones from somatotrophs. And the second is known as a PIF, or the prolactin inhibiting factor. So this factor is a major factor or a key factor to inhibit the secretion of prolactin from mammotrophs or the lactotrophs from pituitary gland. So first one kind of the releasing hormone, hypothalamic releasing hormone, is known as thyrotropin releasing hormone. So this thyrotropin releasing hormone consists of 3 amino acids. And so the thyrotropin releasing hormone is actually a simple peptide. This simple peptide consists of 3 amino acids. And this peptide, or a thyrotropin releasing hormone, is synthesized by the post-translational cleavage of the large flow hormone. So first the thyrotropin releasing hormone is synthesized in the form of a prohormone or a large precursor protein, and then actual thyrotropin releasing hormone is synthesized by the post-translational cleavage of this precursor protein or this precursor prohormone. Highest concentration of the thyrotropin releasing hormones, the highest concentration of such cells that are responsible for the production of thyrotropin releasing hormone are found in the paraventricular nuclei, or the preoptic region of the hypothalamus. So the cells those are responsible for the production of TRH are located mainly in the PVN region and the preoptic region of the hypothalamus. The receptors for the TRH, or the thyrotropin releasing hormones, are present at the plasma membrane of the thyrotrophs, as the thyrotropin releasing hormones are peptides. So for peptide hormone, the receptors are always located at plasma membrane. So their receptors are located at the plasma membrane of the thyrotrophs, and thyrotrophs are present in adenohypophyses are within the anterior pituitary. And in resulting, when thyrotrophs receives the TRH from the hypothalamus, then in resulting thyrotrophs secrete another kind of the chemical messenger, which is known as thyroid stimulating hormone. So thyroid stimulating hormone in resulting targets the thyroid gland. So an axis is formed between the hypothalamus pituitary gland and then to the thyroid gland, and their secretions are also controlled by the negative feedback mechanism. So the next is about another kind of the releasing factor or the releasing hormone, which is secreted by the hypothalamus and is known as growth hormone releasing hormone, or GHRH. So such hormone is secreted, such hormone is consist of 44 amino acids. So GHRH is actually a 44 amino acid peptide or a protein hormone, and such hormones are then target to the cells which are present inside the anterior pituitary, and they are named as somatotrophs. Such kind of growth hormone releasing hormone like protein or peptide is also isolated from certain kind of the tumor, as in case of the human pancreatic tumor also contains are bearing such kind of peptide, which is same like that of the growth hormone releasing peptide, which is synthesized or secreted from the hypothalamus. So there are certain other body parts or the other body region that secretes the growth hormone releasing hormone other than the hypothalamus. As the GI tract or the gastrointestinal tract also secretes certain kind of growth hormone releasing hormones or the growth hormone releasing factors, as such kind of factors are also secreted by hypothalamus. So GH releasing hormones are secreted by hypothalamus, as well as they are also secreted by certain pancreatic tumors, or they are also secreted by the GI tract. Another such kind of growth hormone stimulating factor or the growth hormone stimulating or the releasing hormone is also identified as known as a ghrelin. Ghrelin is identified from the or isolated from the GI tract, and this hormone is produced by the stomach and also produced by small intestine. So ghrelin is another kind of the growth hormone releasing factor or the growth hormone releasing hormone, and is isolated by stomach and small intestine, and is also secreted by a small set of hypothalamic neuron. So ghrelin is another. So one kind of a growth hormone releasing factor is known as is also one kind of a growth hormone releasing factor or a growth hormone releasing hormone consists of a 44 amino acid peptides, and this peptide is released by hypothalamic cells and is also secreted by some cells of the GI tract, and is also isolated by some in case of the pancreatic tumor cells. And another kind of growth hormone stimulating hormone or a factor or a chemical messenger is known as a ghrelin. Ghrelin consists of 29 amino acids and is mainly present or isolated by the stomach, and is also secreted by the small intestine, and also secreted by a small set of the neuron which are present in hypothalamus. So the major function of such hormones or the chemical messengers is actually to stimulate the secretions of the growth hormones from somatotrophs, as the somatotrophs are also located in the anterior half of the pituitary, or they are located in adenohypophysis. So growth hormone releasing hormones जो हैं ये दो different types के हैं. एक जो है वो 44 amino acids पे consist करता है, जो कि mainly hypothalamus secrete करता है, but they are also isolated from some other regions of the body. And second type of such kind of the chemical messenger is isolated the stomach and the small intestine, and it consists of 29 amino acids and is named as ghrelin. So their target sites are the somatotrophs, and the somatotrophs are located at the and there's somatotrophs which are located within the adenohypophysis or the anterior pituitary, and their function is to stimulate the production of growth hormone secretion. So as both the ghrelin and the and growth hormone releasing hormones are protein in nature, so their receptors are also present at the plasma membrane at the plasma membranes of the somatotrophs. So next is another kind of the gonadotrophin releasing hormone which are secreted by the hypothalamus. So the gonadotrophin releasing hormone is a decapeptide which consists of 10 amino acids, and the target site for the gonadotrophin releasing hormones is the gonadotrophs. So the plasma membrane of the gonadotroph bearing the receptors for the action of the gonadotrophin releasing hormones or the GnRH. जो इनके लिए जो टारगेट साइट्स हैं या जो इनके रिसेप्टर्स होते हैं वो गोनाडोट्रॉफ्स की प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन के ऊपर लोकेटेड होते हैं. And in response to the gonadotrophin releasing hormones, gonadotroph secretes or stimulates the production of the folitropin and the leutrophin. So as the gonadotrophin releasing hormone is secreted or released in an pulsatile manner from the hypothalamus. So the gonadotrophin releasing hormone is a key regulator of the secretions of both FSH and the LH from the gonadotrophs. So both FSH and LH are two different types of the gonadotrophins. Both are secreted by or released by in response to a single kind of chemical messenger, and this chemical messenger is referred as gonadotrophin releasing hormone. So The regulation of the FSH and the LH from the gonadotroph is mainly regulated by the frequency of the gonadotrophin releasing hormone from hypothalamus. So if less frequent gonadotrophin releasing hormones are secreted from the hypothalamus, then it's leading to the secretion of the FSH. So अगर gonadotrophin releasing hormones जो हैं वो less frequently secrete हो रहे हैं hypothalamus से, then it's leading to the production or the secretion of the folate from the gonadotrophs. But if the gonadotrophin releasing hormones are secreted more frequently from the hypothalamus, then it's leading to the production of luteinizing hormone or the lutrophin hormones. So जो रेगुलेशन है FSH या LH की, ये डिपेंड करती है कि गोनाडोट्रोफिन हार्मोन्स की फ्रीक्वेंसी क्या है जो कि हाइपोथैलेमस से सिक्रीट हो रहा है या रिलीज हो रहे हैं. सो अगर ये ज़्यादा फ्रिक्वेंटली रिलीज हो रहा है हाइपोथैलेमस से GnRH, तो देन अगर ज़्यादा फ्रिक्वेंटली रिलीज होगा देन जो गोनाडोट्रॉफ्स हैं वो इसके रिस्पॉन्स में ल्यूटिनाइजिंग हार्मोन जो है वो सिक्रीट करेंगे या सिंथेसाइज करेंगे. लेकिन अगर क्या है कि ये लेस फ्रिक्वेंटली गोनाडोट्रोफिन हार्मोन जो है वो हाइपोथैलेमस से सिक्रीट होता है, सो इन रिजल्टिंग जो है वो फोलिकल स्टिमुलेटिंग हार्मोन जो है वो सिक्रीट होता है फ्रॉम गोनाडोट्रॉफ्स. So another category of the type of the releasing factors which are secreted by the hypothalamus is known as the corticotropin releasing hormone or the corticotropin releasing factors. Such corticotropin releasing its primary structure consists of about 41 amino acids. So it's also a protein hormone, and mainly cells for the production of the corticotropin releasing hormones are mainly located in the parvocellular region of the paraventricular nuclei. As the paraventricular nuclei, the magnocellular region of the paraventricular nuclei is responsible for the production of vasopressin. And its parvocellular region is responsible for the production of the corticotropin releasing hormone. So paraventricular nuclei का जो magnocellular region है या जो उसके magnocellular neurosecretory neurons हैं वो secrete करते हैं vasopressin को, लेकिन जो वो secrete करते हैं जो magnocellular part है वो vasopressin को secrete करता है, और जो इसका parvocellular secretory neurons हैं और जो parvocellular neurosecretory region है PVN का वो secrete करता है corticotropin releasing hormone को. So इनकी जो टारगेट साइट है वो प्रेजेंट होती है ऑन द corticotrophs. So जो रिसेप्टर्स हैं एज दे आर प्रोटीन हार्मोन्स अगेन आर द पेप्टाइड हार्मोन, so their receptors are located at the plasma membrane of the corticotrophs. So and in response or in result to the stimulation of the corticotropin releasing hormone, then the corticotrophs secrete or stimulates the ACTH. The ACTH, which is known as the adrenocorticotropic hormone. This hormone targets the adrenal gland. So इसकी जो target site है वो adrenal gland है. So adrenal gland इसके response में जो है वो different type के जो है वो steroid hormones जो है वो secrete करती है, जैसे कि glucocorticoids हैं या फिर mineralocorticoids हैं. Those are secreted by the inaction to the ACTH. So here an axis is also found between the hypothalamus, anterior pituitary, and then the adrenal gland. So and the regulation of the ACTH is actually controlled by the corticotropin releasing hormone is controlled through a negative feedback mechanism. So that's all for today.